Well, hello, my beautiful chitlins. I don't know what that means, but I hope that you're doing well. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I hope that wherever you are is doing good for you, and I hope that wherever you are is good for you. It's me, it's Paul Carpenter, and this is On the Road in the Waves and on the Other Side. Today I wanted to ask some questions. I'm in a very deep state right now, and I figured this would be a good space to share some crazy ideas and thoughts because I wanted to ask the question, like, where are we? You know, like, what are we doing here? And and like, what are we here for? What is this all about? Are we just here just because whatever? Because that seems pretty useless and a waste of a lot of energy to just, you know what I mean? And so there's got to be some reason for being here. And then the next thing is, what makes you feel like truly uh, satisfied, complete, or accomplished? Um, because I feel that's really where it's at. It's all about trying to be authentic and real, and in doing so, others can sense it or uh, something that I think they feel it maybe the same, or I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I just know that when somebody's real and authentic, it's hard to deny them. And so, like, my question really does come to this place of, what are we really supposed to be doing here? Because it's not having a job and working your entire life to end up dying, or having a family and kids. I don't know that just the progression of humanity is in some way doing the thing. And I don't think that creating even like the most amazing artist in the world, or being the most well-known singer or actor or whatever, that we're not here to do that either. The only thing that I can think that we're here to do is be here for others. I mean, think about it. How beautiful would this world be if we all started to just be for each other? You know what I mean? Pretty dope. Is that over here? Is there? There's something in my little thing right there. Anyways. So don't squeeze the Charmin, she says. I don't know what that means, Betty. But what I do know is that the best thing to do is try and be here for other people. So um, let's find what that is. Let's define it in some way. What is humanity. Because I don't think humanity is the progression of the human race. I don't think, in the end, it feels like it's more like a feeling. Oh, don't squeeze the Charmin. You funny, Betty. You funny. But yeah, I don't think humanity is it's a feeling. I don't even know if it's an ideology. We're just an idea. My role, she says, Betty says, my role, she goes, my role is to be me and be the best I can be. Yeah, well, 100%. Yes, but I think that there's an effort in being for others that makes you you. And the same as a Nelson Mandela or a Siddhartha or any great figure that does not fight but still accomplishes the goal by finding a way to transmute the energy of negativity against you. When we love ourselves, we can help others. Yes, of course, but this is almost rudimentary in the first manner of being. Should be almost innate, and I think that it is. Just having this conversation with a friend of mine, I think that it is innate in all of us at birth. We all love ourselves. It is only until the world affects us and we don't have the right coping mechanisms that then it changes things, and then we have to learn how to love ourselves again so that we can help others. But I think that there are those, and I think that that's all of us, that when taught and given the right emotional and intellectual discoveries as a child, you have more of an impetus or more of a ability to move forward in a way that others don't, because most hold themselves back from creating in a fear manner, fear from what the world has told them, and so it stops us from loving each other because we are unfortunately getting caught within the fears of others that have created. And they don't do this in a manner of wanting to be angry at us. They do it in a matter because they were hurt in life. And so, or they've seen other people hurt in life. And so they feel that that's going to happen to you. And so they tell you things and you effectively believe them because they're either parental figures or authority figures or whatever. And somehow or another, it seeps into your psyche, and that takes away a piece of your, it doesn't take it away, it masks a piece of your beauty. And each thing that we do that runs in that gamut masks something else on us. And so what we end up with is people who are masking themselves based on the pain of other people's ideas. And that can come in egotism, that can come all forms of ways, fanaticism, that these ideologies that others feed upon us which we then either place into a resounding chamber or not, and therefore either become a fanatic or not. And so what you have is the representation of the world, in essence, a bunch of people masking themselves with the ideologies of other people's fanaticism. And so it goes back to remembering ourselves and remembering how beautiful we are without anything, without any ideology, without any painting or singing or just bare bones, naked to the world. You're special, just like that. And you're special and intrinsic because of that and that alone. And to add anything to it is egotistical. And what do I mean by that? Say that because what we're getting at is we're soon coming to find out that coming up with things, ideas, movies, screenplays, like I just did a couple days ago or yesterday, and I showed a whole trailer I made in like an hour with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's voice, and they're both vampires in the future, and a whole movie. And anything that's data entry, where you would take piles of information and then turn it into something else, all those jobs are gone. Gone. And then it won't take much longer before the physical jobs of like farming or the physical work of building buildings is left to robots so that men and women don't have to die. But before all of that, the question is, why are we here? Like, what are we really doing here? It's just like some kind of simulation. Is it a video game? Do I only get one life on my coin? And then, I play once. And then what do I get out of that? Because no matter what, at this level of video game play, doesn't matter what you do, you win. Like, straight out of Compton. There's no losing here. Like, winning, even when you're losing. Because you're aware of the radiance, of the beauty, of the audacity of it all. So fucking much. So fucking much. So we're not losing no matter what happens. And we all get trophies at the end of this thing. I just think, and I don't know if it's a competition. I don't know if it's a competition. I think there's probably like an award ceremony like the Oscars, but there's really no competition because everybody gets an Oscar. Because everybody's an important director or lighting or sound or whatever cup they fill while they're here. Homeless guy on the side of the street, super gets an award. Nelson Mandela, I don't know, anybody else, Tesla, Howard Hughes, they all get super awards. Guy who lived a regular life, who had a wife and kid, lived on a farm in Iowa, never left a territory within a 5-mile radius of where he lived, that guy gets an award. And a pretty cool one, by the way. That's a pretty damn cool award. Because that ain't easy. You see how I said that? To him, it might have been like Shangri-La. It might have been like the life. Like maybe in his past life, he was like some kind of murdering fiend, or Maybe he got murdered by a murdering fiend after working his entire life and blah 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 and the whole thing. And then his next life, instead of having like some crazy, just got to live on a farm in Iowa and have a wife and kids. Did a great life comparative to the one before. I'll take it. And so, you know, the question again is, what are we doing here? What is this all about? There's gotta be more than just here to do some stuff and here to do and get a job and have a kid. There's gotta be more than that. Maybe there isn't. No. Maybe there is no meaning. Maybe it is just some, for the sake of, but that makes no sense. For the sake of what? Can't do it on unless there's someone else seeing you do it. I mean, how much can you do by yourself until you get to a point where you want to start sharing? Crazy world we're living in right now. And the best thing for us to do is to just try and be the best we can for everybody else around us. It's always the answer. It will always be the answer. It's how the universe was created, and it's how the universe keeps moving. It happens from us sharing, loving, giving, and growing. And until we all start to come to that ideology, instead of chasing after money and chasing after paying bills and this weird thing that we placed ourselves in so that other people could somehow or another have control over our existence, when every entrepreneur, every person who's an owner of a business tells you, don't sell your time. You are on a limited amount of time here. You say it over and over again. And yet we say, okay, I'll go to work so I can make $300 for like 5 days of your life. Don't sell, don't trade your time for money. Especially not hourly. It diminishes you, diminishes your self worth, your ability to go out and make and be what you wait for a whole week you could be making every day. But you choose not to because you want the security of working every day. You want the security of being able to go to church and be with your friends and your family, and you don't want to be different. You've been trained since you were a kid to hit a certain mark at a certain time every day. Go into that room and learn that studied ideology. When the bell rings, be a Pavlovian dog and now run from there and now run over here. It's the truth. They have created a system to stop you from believing in yourself. So we must now make everyone aware that we are the system. We are the people corrupting ourselves because we don't believe in ourselves. And then the ones that do believe in themselves get called out for doing so. And they do that on purpose. They do that on purpose so that when they do get called out and they do go to jail and something painful happens in their life, people go, oh shit, I ain't gonna talk up now. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't gonna be like that guy, lose his family and his friends. Just gonna toe the line. Here we go. Okay, just be quiet. Yep, just leave me alone. Yep, everybody's good. I'm good. And that's what we do. And we're not doing it because we're bad people. We're doing it because we're people who have been manipulated. We're doing it because we're people who have been hurt by other people. Hurt people hurt people. That's it. So we're here to make it better for others, not to make it worse, not to destroy, not to kill, not to maim, not to torture, not to steal. It's not why we're here. We are here to share, to love, to give, and to grow, to put down our own weight on our shoulders, to say, I'm done trying to fight, but I'm sure as hell here to make things better. And when we start to all do that, in whatever form and fashion that we do that, then the world will change. So with that, my friends, please go out in the world, do something nice for somebody else. If you can't do something nice for yourself, it does start with you. Number 2, don't get caught up in all the crazy stuff that's going on in this world. Number 3, if you would not mind, please like, share, subscribe, send this out to somebody who'd like to see it. If you'd like to use Steamyard, use my code. It's down below. You get 25% off. Also, looking for guests. If you know anybody who wants to be on the show, please send them my way. I would love to have them on as a guest. Calendar's filling up this month. Thank you all for watching. Truly appreciate you. You know, don't get caught up in all the crazy stuff. Be good to one another. I love you. And I'll see you all on the other side.